order our, hello. Thank you for being here, calling to order the public forum on the acting superintendent of schools proposed 2026-2027 budget. This part of our gathering is limited to 30 minutes. If you could give us the spiel to start with folks that possibly could be online. Thank you, Ms. Daly.
Good evening. This is Robin Daly from the Superintendent's Office. If anyone from the public would like to address the board, you may do so in two ways. You may type your name, address, and comment into the Q&A feature in the Zoom application, or you may speak by clicking raise hand or dialing *9 within the Zoom app. When you are called on to speak, you will be given 3 minutes to state your name, address, and comment. Please do not place the call on speakerphone, and no comments will be made by the board at this time. There's currently an attendee online, but there are no hands raised.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the boardroom that wishes to speak to the public forum? Oh, okay. Unanimous consent to adjourn the public forum?
Move to adjourn.
No.
Second here.
Yes.
Second.
Okay. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Okay. We are adjourned, and we will continue with the meeting after a 5-minute recess. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going back on. I'm adjourning. Okay. I'm giving them a moment. Yeah.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. Next on the agenda is audience to visitors. Robin, since this is a new meeting, could you please go through the prompt again, please?
Certainly. Good evening. This is Robin Daly from the Superintendent's Office. If anyone from the public would like to address the board, you may do so in two ways. You may type your name, address, and comment into the Q&A feature in the Zoom application, or you may speak by clicking raise hand or dialing *9 within the Zoom app. When you are called on to speak, you'll be given 3 minutes to state your name, address, and comment. Please do not place the call on speakerphone, and no comments will be made by the board at this time.
Thank you very much, Robin. Is there anyone wishing to be recognized online?
At this time, there are attendees online, but there are no hands raised, no comments in the chat or the Q&A.
Thank you very much. Anyone within the boardroom wishing to be recognized? Seeing and hearing none, without objection from the board, we can close audience to visitors. Any objection? None heard, so ordered. At this time, we will go into agenda item 8, which is the discussion of the 2026-2027 budget. New materials that the committee you have received this evening is the pink sheet, which are questions that came from, I believe, Mr. Panos. There was a set of questions from Mr. Halleck, and there was a set of questions that came from Ms. Davis, Ms. Zotter, and Ms. Jacobson. So those are all within these pink sheets. They will be addressed as we go through the site. And then there's one other packet that was given to you, which is from Shipman and Goodwin, which details all the unfunded state mandates that we have going on within our district at this time that we have to address. And that is actually addressed in this budget as well. And Dr. Haiti, as she goes through it, she will address it, and if there's something that's not being addressed within those mandates, she will also address that as well as we go through the process. So this is a new document. So, what I would like to do is, since you got the pink sheet, if you need a few moments to go over the responses before we have Dr. Haiti start going through the site. It's 6:11 now, right now, I'll give you till about 6:16, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Any objection?
No.
All right. All right, it is 6:16. Is there any commentary from the board about the pink sheets before we proceed with the budget book? Ms. Taylor?
I just want to thank Dr. Haiti and your staff for getting some of these answers day of. You didn't have to do it, but you did. So thank you so much for going out of your way to doing the absolute most when some of these questions got to you today. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay. Ms. Davis?
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You have your agenda before you. It's the hope that we get through all 6 items today. It's also my hope that if we are making great time on these 6 items, I would like to go into day 2's agenda items and keep the process moving as smoothly as possible. All right, is there any objection for me trying to do that this evening? All right, I'm hearing none. All right, we'll start with introductory pages, which is the introductory letter, as well as page 1A through 1E. Is there any questions about those pages? The introductory pages are the very front page, the letter from the acting superintendent, and pages 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, and 1E. Are there any questions? I'm looking to my left, I see none. I'm looking to my right, I see none. Without objection, we can go to item number 2, school budget.
Just, on the proposed staffing changes,
What page are you on, sir?
we're looking at 1D, I think.
1B?
D.
D is the D.
I think we added, okay, where is there was supposed to be an added nurse here, right? That's in the health.
It's at the bottom. It's the third line up from.
Nurse, is it added? Okay,
Yes.
that's, all right, there it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in the
And
first
that
column.
is, that's right, and now that is where, Sage Park, where is it? Where, in what school?
The nurse?
The nurse is Sage Park?
No, LP and the high school.
Yeah, to be shared between the
It's
two
secondary, it's
buildings.
gonna be
LP.
shared.
That's the shared
And
nurse
high
that she
school
spoke
shared,
about during her
okay.
presentation. Is that correct, Dr. Haiti? That's my understanding.
Right, so mainly LP, and if we need coverage somewhere else, that will be a shared nurse,
Okay.
if needed somewhere else.
And we have now just one nurse at Sage Park?
No, we have to.
Two.
Is that including the supervisor?
So currently, the supervisor is part-time at Sage, so the intent is to get the supervisor back at here for Spark and CBTA, also doing supervisory work, and then adding the nurse to the secondary
To the
secondary schools.
Both.
So Sage
They're
and
sharing
high school
between-
have both 2 nurses.
high school and Sage Park.
Both have 2 nurses, right?
Will each have 2 nurses, or
Correct.
together? Is
2
it
nurses at
four total?
Sage, yes.
Oh, all right.
But currently, one of those is the supervisor.
Correct. And so what we end up having to do is contract out for services whenever she has to do, like, she has to be involved in a lot of PPTs and 504s. Whenever there is another nurse that's out, she goes and has to cover, so we're constantly pulling her for her supervisory role
Okay,
and leaving Sage with 1 nurse.
okay. I won't hold time up, but I'm a little bit,
No,
I'm not-
I
yeah.
want to make sure we answer your question.
yeah. So this proposed nurse to come is going to be shared between LP and,
No, so the plan is to bring our supervisor back here to LP so that she can support LP as well as do her supervisory role.
Yes.
And place the additional nurse that we're asking for to be the second nurse at Sage.
okay. Okay. Okay.
All set, Ms. Davis?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other discussions about the introductory pages? All right, next we will go into the school budgets. We'll group OE and Puquanic together first. Are there any questions in regards to OE and Puquanic? Which is page 1. And page 1 is the narrative for Puquanic and on OE. And then it's bundled together between 3 and 4 with the numbers. Any questions for OE and Puquanic? Looking to my right, I see nothing. Looking back to my left, I see nothing. I'm going back to my right. Okay.
You're going back to your left?
I'm going to sweep 3 times before I move on.
Okay.
Ms. Davis.
It's not just, it's just an observation that I had, and I'm just taking the opportunity, new to all of this still. Hopefully someday I'll forget that line. So, and it's not just unique to Puquanic and Oliver, Ellsworth, and the others. I noticed in the writing of the goals, what you've accomplished and what you would like to do. I found it a little bit difficult, and it's not, don't take this as a criticism, a negative thing, back and forth to see what was exactly achieved. So in the 25-26, I see, okay, what the goals were. When I started looking at some of the accomplishment, it wasn't like, okay, 1, we've achieved that. 2, we've achieved that. 3, not so much, so we'll continue looking at it. So I'm just thinking, not for this go around, but I think for next time when we do the goals, I think for the author of the goals or authors, I think it's easier to say this is goal 1. When you go at, did we achieve it? Yes. And I think a good example of that is when you get to page 28 on the employee personal services, that was easier to follow. It was what was accomplished and what was not. And then if it wasn't accomplished, okay, we'll tack it on to the following year. So that was just an observation. I had just made it a little bit difficult for me to kind of figure out what you've achieved and what wasn't.
So that's noted on my behalf. Dr. Haiti, is that noted?
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's for all the school sites, correct?
Yeah, that's what because I noticed, it's when I got to that page that it was, it's a little more easier to identify what was achieved and what wasn't, or, Yeah.
All right, looking back from my left, going back to my right.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I see nothing to my right. One last time to the left. One last time to the right. Without objection, we can move past OE and Puquanic and go to Clover and JFK. Is there any objection? All right, next on the docket is Clover and JFK. Any discussion? I will start to my left. I'm seeing and hearing nothing. I'll go to my right. I'm seeing and hearing nothing. Going back to my left. Mr. Panos.
I had a question that wasn't answered. It was about where the elementary school staff is, and I asked, where are the new foreign language or second language teachers? And the answer was that it's over here on the lower left. Second language is added at the page, what is it?
Page 3?
Page 3.
Yep.
There it is. Are we just listening, what is, this just for fiscal year 26, I guess, that's all it is, on the right. Page 4 is nothing what we currently have.
Right, so page 4 is what we currently have right now. So that's why you don't see the language teachers, but on page 3, you see for 26, there's nothing because we don't currently have anything, but the proposed 27, we have 4 under second language. It's kind of halfway through the chart on the bottom of page 3.
It's under second language
Yeah.
teacher. Yep.
Yeah, I see that. Let's see. I was just wondering, but, so this whole page is what's currently now, page 4.
Yes, this is fiscal year 26
Yeah.
salaries of this year.
Okay, I forgot that. Thank you.
All right. Left is complete. I'm going back to my right. Any questions to my right? Final sweep to the left. Are we good? I'm hearing silence. That means to me we're good. All right. All right, without objection, we can conclude Clover and JFK. Is there any objection to that? I'm hearing none. We will go to Sage Park. I will start to my right this time. Anything for Sage Park to my right? Which is for everyone that's possibly following, we're on page 5 and 6 in the budget book. Page 5 and 6 in the budget book. Going to my right. I'm hearing nothing. Going to my left. I'm hearing nothing. Going back to my right. Nothing. Going to my left. All right, third, final sweep. Anything to my right? Nothing. Anything to my left?
I
Mr. Banner?
asked all my questions, and they're here
All
written.
right.
Fortunately, someone sent them ahead of time so that they could answer them rather than being snippety about it.
Order. We're gonna have some fun, but order. Final sweep to the left. Without objection, are we good from moving away from Sage Park going to the Windsor High School? Without objection, it's so ordered. We are now on the Windsor High School. I'm gonna start to my left. Anything for Windsor High School? Hearing nothing. Going to my left. Excuse me, my right. I'm gonna learn. There's nothing. Going back to my left. Nothing. Going back to my right. Ms. Otter.
I just wanted to thank Mr. E for being here, getting thrown in right in the dirty water. So I just wanted to shout out to Mr. E. Thanks for being here and jumping in so quickly.
All right. All right, I'm on my second sweep to the right. Anything else? Nothing. Final sweep to my left. I am hearing nothing. Final sweep to my right. I'm hearing nothing, so without objection, we can move on from Windsor High School and move on to CTE. Is there any objection? Without objection, it is so ordered. We have completed line item 2 of school budgets. We are now on 3, which is CTE, which is continuing tech ed. So I'm looking to my left. Any questions? I am hearing none at the moment. I'm hearing the sweet baby. Anything to my right? Maybe the baby has some objections. All right, I'm hearing nothing to my right. Going to my left, second sweep. Going to my right, second sweep. Final sweep to my left. I am seeing and hearing nothing. Going back to my right, final sweep. No, that's the athletic department. We haven't got there yet. Yeah. All right, without objection, we are good with the CTE portion, and we can go to the interscholastic athletics. Is there any objection to moving on? Without objection, it is so ordered. We are on, for the listening public, we are on number 4 of the agenda for the day, which is interscholastic athletics, with the athletic director, Mr. Chris Fulton, here on hand to answer any questions. Start to my right this time. I will start with Ms. Otter.
I just have, and my apologies for not getting this ahead of time, but the event supervision, so that went up like 14,000. And I did see that over the past few years, we've lowered police services. So I was just wondering that 84,000 for event supervision. So, I'm sorry.
Do we need Mr. Fulton to the, oh, I'm sorry, he's walking up. I apologize. Dr. Haiti, through you?
Mr. Fulton and Ms. Batchelder, jump in as needed.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's off.
Okay. So we've just taken a really proactive stance in trying to make sure we create a safe environment. And sometimes, that means we've been having a lot of police at our events, just to make sure that we keep everyone safe. So, I mean, for the lack of a better word, that's pretty much
So
what
is
it is.
that, the event supervision is our Windsor PD? Or is it
PD
like
and security guards, yep.
Security? That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm still on my first sweep to my right. Going to my left.
Could you,
Panos?
explain again, this, I know I've heard this before, the Yukon physician on site for games. This is something we hire? Is this the idea? Is that a big cost?
There's no cost.
Well, we ought to do that more.
So it's just we've been able to connect with UConn, work directly with our trainer, Katie, and he comes in once a week and takes a look at our kids. So we've been fighting to make sure that when we get quicker services for our kids, especially with the concussions, so we can get them into UConn quicker. The last doctor we had, great guy, did a nice job. Didn't accept Husky, so a lot of our students were on Husky. And so we found it difficult, and so we got to UConn, and they were able to do that.
Have we had a few concussions or near concussions?
But we have a lot of concussions from time to time. If we're being honest, and I said to Dr. Haiti the other night, that last year most of our concussions were cheerleading.
Excuse me?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they get tossed around. It's crazy.
1997, and Jamboree don't play.
well,
So,
that's definitely worth the price.
For years, yes.
so to follow up on that, seeing that they're UConn professionals, typically when the children get hurt, they go to CCM in Hartford. When they're diagnosed, are they forced to go to UConn Medical Center in Farmington, or they still get to go to CCM?
Parents can go where they'd like,
Okay.
so it doesn't force us to go there. He's just there for the games. He does show up for the week, and if parents want to, a lot of parents like it because he has access and gets them in quicker. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's why I was wondering does he have quicker access to UConn
Yes.
UConn Health or to CCM? So thank you. for that
UConn Health,
follow-up.
yeah.
I'm still on
Yeah.
Mr. Panos. Are you all set?
The number of coaches is proportional here. You added coaches. Is that the cost increase in coaches, 336 to 334,000?
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we like to a lot of times add, well, two things. If there are a lot of kids that come out for, let's say, track, we don't like to turn them away. So if we have to add another coach, we do that. But also within the teacher's contract, it's the contractual salaries are always going up. So depending on where you get the coach on level 1, 2, or 3, that's where that factors the increase in also.
Oh, I was just reading off the footnote that said you have more students participating, so you need additional coaches.
Yes, sir.
Control, yes.
Yes.
That's why I asked.
Supervision, safety, yep.
Have we added sports? Have we added?
No, outside of the one boys volleyball in the last 2 years, but we have added an activity, which is girls flag football. So that's not an added cost to us, to the budget. So we've added girls flag football.
Okay. And I was curious. I mean, we're showing the transportation cost is flat. Is that, how would that be? Is no increase in transportation costs? Don't we
Oh,
have?
there's definitely an increase in transportation, but you'll see that on the transportation page.
Well, I'm looking at
For
this transportation page.
athletics- For athletics, a lot goes into that number. We try to utilize our vans as much as possible, versus big buses, so that number fluctuates.
So
yes.
So this number is not the real full number for transportation?
Oh, no,
Is
this is
95,000?
That's just for
no.
sports.
That's just sports.
That's for sports, right? No, I understand that, but transportation for sports. There's, I mean, the fact that we're gonna have an increase in transportation costs in general.
Right,
Do you understand what I'm confused?
because
so
we
what you're
don't
trying
have
to
a signed contract, I kept this number flat in athletics because you're gonna see all of the increase under transportation because it's a new contracted year.
And they're trying to keep it with the vans as much as possible rather than the big buses or the luxury liners through DACO.
Okay,
And I can
okay,
maybe
I
come
see
back,
what you mean.
once we finalize, and I can redo the numbers for sports and just to show a more accurate number if you'd like.
The number right now is baked into the transportation budget when you see that.
Right. So the athletic director is the bus driver?
If y'all pay me, I'll do it. Drive it down the road.
Are you all set, Mr. Panos?
Yes.
All right, going back to my right, inclusive of Ms. Taylor, so I'll recognize you.
Yeah, just sharing about the piece with UConn. Got my daughter in for her, you remember, quickly.
Quickly.
And that's difficult to do at UConn. So I just want to share that. It is money well spent. And the fact that over the years, our programs have gone through many doctors. I mean, back in my day, it was, Windsor Family Medicine, right? And we've grown in that space. So I'm really appreciative of it because when you're thinking about care, when you think about getting these kids not just back on the field or on the court, but back to class too, that partnership is just, top. It's top tier. I haven't seen anything go more quick and cognizant of her schedule and making sure that she's able to return to play in that process too. So I'm just shouting out the team because it is important to make sure that our babies not only can get back on the court in the field, but back to the classrooms.
Anybody else on it? Ms. Zotter?
I just wanted to say my sincere appreciation for you, Coach Fulton. Like, Windsor High School sports is on fire, like, all across the board. And it's like Friday Night Lights in Windsor when the football team plays. Like, it is such an amazing community. Like, we think of it as a school, but it really brings the community together. So thank you for that continued focus and for allowing our kids to have this amazing outlet through sports at Windsor High. So just
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a part of an amazing team, so thank you.
All right, I'm going to sweep back to my left for the second sweep. All right, final sweep on the right. Final sweep on the left. What I will say is, to close this conversation, yes, we have some great athletic students within the town of Windsor, because they're students first, with great athletic skills, have got great futures ahead of them. And I definitely got to give a shout out to the athletic department. My son severely separated his shoulder during a swim meet, and this athletic department really, from dragging him out of the water, getting him to the hospital, then going through his surgical process and his rehab and his accommodations and stuff to getting him back in the classroom. I can speak to it firsthand as a parent, the high school and the athletic staff, and I believe one of the vice principals was the coach at the time. She was very supportive of us as well. So parents, I truly believe that their kids are in very great hands when we put them through the physical rigors of being excellent athletes within the town of Windsor. So I appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you.
With that being said, without any objection, we can close athletics and go to continue education. Any objection? All right, so ordered. We are now on number 5, CTE. Any questions, starting to my right? Excuse me, CE. CE, continuing education. Any questions to my right? Yes, Ms. Zotter.
I just want to thank you so much for doing the amount that you do with the small amount of money that you ask for. It is truly impressive, and again, it's such a huge lift for the community to have these, so just, and congratulations, by the way. So thank you very much.
Going to my left. Going to my right second time. Going to my left second time, Mr. Panos.
I know it doesn't cost us anything, but I have to ask, what we're gonna do is hire a student counselor to provide guidance in selecting educational career pathways. Could you explain a little of that?
If we approve offering the credit diploma program within our adult education, then we would kind of do a kind of as needed counselor. And I would try to use the counselor we already have for high school, and we would pay the hours that are needed, which I think wouldn't be more than like 8 hours.
Per,
That can be put in our state grant.
8 hours per,
I would say probably 2 hours per student.
oh,
So then you would do
oh, I see. It just goes by the number of students. Oh, I see. Okay, so when you say hire, you don't mean take on personnel? No, it's a, okay. Thank you.
All right, final sweep to my right. Mr. Williston.
Sorry, I was just wondering if you could expand a little bit more on the educational childcare with the partnership with the FRC and the social services and YSB.
So that one, we piloted last fall, or last spring, I'm sorry. And the partnership was that we got to use all-purpose room 1 on L.P. Wilson, and the idea was that either any adult education student or any social service or grandparent that needed time at L.P. Wilson, whether an appointment or maybe use the gym, just to give them some time for themselves, could use the childcare. Unfortunately, it wasn't very well used, and the A1 room was very popular, so there was a lot of greater need, I guess, for that space. But I would like to offer that again in the future if we have space.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like an amazing initiative. What do you think some of the challenges were as far as getting utility out of it?
The main challenge was that we didn't get the word out right away. It was kind of a last minute, kind of waiting for approval from all sides. But I would like to offer that again, but space is.
And the space that you have to use is one that's like heavily coveted.
Yes.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
All right, final time to my left. All right, before we close this out, Dr. Haiti, are you able to allow her, the speaker to speak about her statewide recognition amongst our peers?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, well, so I was nominated and elected to be the leader of the year for our Connecticut Association of Adult and Continuing Education. I'm very honored to have that, and I guess to be recognized, and I really love what I do. I think it's
Very well deserved.
Well, I wanted you to bring that up because I've engaged her with her organization through CAVE and really trying to seek some partnerships with CAVE to really focus on that educational portion, that sector of people. And she's very passionate across the state, and it was very obvious to CAVE how well respected she is. And, you know, arrogantly, I was like, well, she's from Windsor. I mean, you know, if you want something done, you come to Windsor. So you could tell during that meeting, I was very proud that it was 2 Windsor people leading the conversation from 2 different perspectives. So just wanted to give you an opportunity to be able to reflect on that in front of the group. All right, without objection, we're free to move on from CE. All right, now if you look within your calendar, It states, and I quote for the listening public, "If time permits, we can move district policy and planning, employee personnel services, and fiscal management up." I would like to be able to move those up and address those this evening. Is there any objection?
No objection.
I am hearing no objections, so it's so ordered. So we're going to look under the Tuesday, February 10th portion of the agenda, and we're going to start with number 2 with district policy and planning at 6:46. I will start to my left. Is there any questions?
Let's just get a minute here to find it.
26.
What page? Page 26?
Yes. And for the listening public, if you're following, it is page 26 in the budget book. I'll go to my right to start, Mr. Panos. Any questions to my right? I'm going to slowly sweep back to my left. Mr. Panos.
I had a question and they're answered in a table here.
Was it answered to your satisfaction, sir?
Right, yep.
All right, I will sweep back to my right. Mr. Wilson.
I have a quick question regarding bookworms. I know from my nephews that it's something that they enjoyed a lot, just using at the elementary schools. So I was just wondering, I mean, I don't remember off the top of my head what the price tag was attached to that. I know initially we were looking at something that was a lot more expensive. Did it come down initially from what we thought it was going to cost?
Dr. Adie?
Yes, so last year, if you recall, we used some end-of-year funds when we presented the budget for this year to not have such a huge impact on the increase. We can come back to you with the exact quote.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
But, it wasn't in the millions like we expected, but definitely using end-of-year funds from last year was a huge help. We also had a grant from the state, the Right to Read grant, which also helped us with some of the material. So.
All set, Mr. Wilson? Pleasure. Going to my left, Mr. Panos.
What was, you mentioned here an administrator, we're reduced by an administrator with SASA. What position was that?
That is to be determined. We have not.
Oh,
made
you
a
just,
decision yet.
somewhere,
It's just
okay,
the
so you're just saying somewhere in the whole
admin
system?
union, yes.
But, good. Thank you.
All right, all set on the left. Going back to my right. One more time to my left. One more time to my right. Without objection, to close district policy and planning and move to employee personnel services. Is there any objection? Without objection, is so ordered. Next is employee personnel services at 6:49. Starting to my left this time. Any questions? Hearing none. Going to my right. Hearing none. Going back to my left. Hearing none. Going back to my right. Mr. Wilson.
I mean, it's probably something I should have sent before as well. Do we know where we rank right now in peer pay? I remember last time we ranked a little bit lower, and when we went through, we were like, we're going to try to bump it up on a bit of the higher end to try to attract more talent. Do we feel competitive where we're at now?
So we definitely are more competitive after this past contract, and we're actually, all of that is getting compiled from Shipman for our next negotiation that we're starting next month with the parents. So I'll definitely have that answer for you, just not tonight.
All right, no, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
All right, you all set, Mr. Wilson? Going back to my left for the final time. I'm slowly going to go back to my right. All right. Without objection, I would like to close employee personnel services and go to fiscal management. Is there any objection? Without objection, is so ordered. We are on fiscal management at 6:50 p.m. And for the listening public, that's pages 30 and 31. I'll start to my right this time. Is that your hand up, Ms. Jacobson?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I just, looking to my right. Looking to my left.
Oh.
Look, Mr. Panos.
Under financial management, the little box in the center of page 31, we have just one person who is the Safety, Security, and Residency Officer. Is there any thought of adding a residency officer? You don't need one?
Absolutely not. Coach Kears is all we need. He's got it down.
Did you hear his last presentation, Mr. Panos, by any chance?
Right along.
He did invite you to a ride-along, Mr. Panos, for the record.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's, thank you very much, but I'm not a cop. That's
Neither am I.
And so,
Oh, he does.
I do know that, 15, 20 years ago, there'd be two or three people would do this function.
We have a very, we're tightening our system, so it's a very tight system. We have a process of how, we submit concerns. He takes it from there. He does his investigation, and then there's additional support in the office once he comes back with his investigation. So we got it.
Yeah, they always had that. But they also had two or three.
Yeah, they used to, because I was here when I started under that regime with, I think, two to three people. And they don't even have the numbers of getting students out like one person does now. That's the facts.
They didn't get a single?
Well,
They don't have the numbers like we have today of getting
the metrics didn't stack up.
with additional staff.
Bless you. Bless you again.
I just updated the board last week
Well, I
about
don't
the
know.
number of students that we got out. Yes.
Some districts don't have that.
We used to have reports, we would get reports, and there would be quite a few that were removed. And they would be by recommendations from the schools, like that. So, but when
You want to
someone
give
needed
us an
to be,
additional one?
exactly, when you had a tough case, I mean, what are you going to do? How do you find them, And so, I don't know. I just look at the certificate of residence here, and I'm saying, good Lord, we have 14% of our students are here on certificate of residence. I mean, it's amazing.
So I think regardless of how many more residency officers we have, there are laws in place. So if they do have a valid certificate of residency, they can produce the paperwork that by law they have to produce. We can't really do anything
We used to
about it.
have those, there would be residency hearings, and they would usually have a residency, they'd have a certificate of residency, and that would be determined, and that would be part of it.
And we've
So,
been having
so-
residency hearings,
Yeah.
and that's how we've been getting kids who don't belong here out.
And Dr. Ady, correct me if I'm wrong, I've also heard that he's been so thorough with his investigations, they just didn't want to go through that and just withdrew their children.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I
I
just
just want to make sure
two-
that that's been said at that mic on numerous occasions.
Well, I'm sorry, I have a different perspective, so
Oh, that's-
I'll save it and say,
No, so Mr. Panos, I want to meet you at that point where you want to save it. Can we put this in the parking lot maybe for an additional officer that you would like to add to the budget?
oh, sure. You're serious. All right. Okay. No, hey, you don't like my question.
No, I love the question.
Let me go on.
Leonard's always looking for a reason to add to the budget, so.
I'll go back to my right again.
I see. Sometimes I like to add to the budget, you see? That's it.
All right,
But usually I like to subtract.
you do. Going back to my left.
You,
Paul, we agree, we can add to the budget as long as we get in return for our investment, correct? We agree on that?
That's right, that's exactly right. You don't just, don't just buy Taj Mahal.
Going back to my right one more time. Going to the left. All right, without objection, we can close fiscal management. Any objection? All right, so as the chair, I'm going to ask that the committee consider doing 5, 6, and 7 this evening, which is instructional services, technology, and pupil personnel services and special education services. Is there any objection? Without objection, is so ordered. Next is instructional services at 6:56 p.m. Starting to my right this time.
Where is that?
I will.
17.
Yep, it's not in order. For the listening public, it is page 17 and 18. 17 and 18. Anything to my right?
Hold on.
Anything to my left?
Hold on. Instructional services. I think I have questions on that. Let's see.
I'll do another sweep to my right, Paul, and to allow you some time to catch up here. Is that acceptable?
That is acceptable.
All right. Going to my right. I'm going to slowly go back to my left and recognize Mr. Panels.
I don't know here. I think I have instructional services. I think I have the questions here. I like the price here. Yep.
I'm going to go to my right for the final sweep.
Did you find it, Paul?
I am going to go to my left for the final sweep. Seeing and hearing none, there's no questions for this particular site. And without objection, we will end discussion and go to technology. Is there any objection?
Page.
Without objection,
Where is it? Oh, yeah, we're
it
going.
is so ordered. We will go to technology,
19.
which is page 19 and 20 at 6:57. Going to my left,
Can,
Mr. Panos.
yeah, I usually like to ask for the list of software and the costs here.
If that's something that we, Dr.
You don't have to, right now, obviously.
No, well,
Can't do it
well,
out
no,
in
wait,
public.
we do it in executive session.
Yes.
So that it protects the contracts that we have with vendors. So if that's something that this committee would like to do, we can definitely do that.
Sure.
You still have the one from last year?
That's the same one, sure.
Very similar.
And so,
It's very similar.
yes.
But, I don't know.
But if you wish to go into
Wait a-
executive session for this budget process, want to make sure it's offered to you so that we're all on the same page.
Well, I don't see that big here. It's I suppose it's about the same percent increase. But I just would like to know, are there any that jump out as being, or do we have any new ones? New
The
licenses?
only new, off the top of my head, major software is Magic School, which is our AI platform that we're rolling out. All our teachers are getting trained next week, and that's the platform that we will be using for students and teachers.
So,
Everything else is just the natural increase.
the
from-
munis, for example, right, MUNIS, is that one?
Oh, Munis,
Yes.
it's the same, we don't, like,
What are the big ones? The ones we use for administration and all that?
So Munis is our financial, one of our biggest
Right.
costs is Munis. We also have Frontline, which is our HR, attendance, recruitment, hiring, all of that platform as well. It's one of the questions in there. We also have.
So I have
You have a list, yeah.
advanced corporate networking is a big one. That's all our firewall stuff.
That's important.
Advanced?
Security and safety.
Cybersecurity as.
Well, you can get that list in executive session.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at it? Maybe next time.
All right, so, so we can do that for the next committee meeting? We can, because where I'm,
It won't
direction
take
I'm
long.
going, it won't take long. And the way it's going right now, we're gonna go through the whole book tonight. So I'm being very ambitious, all
Compliment.
Yeah,
right?
it can, it can fit next meeting.
No, we can do next meeting. The next meeting could be the as-needed meeting, like, and then move forth. But I will, Dr. Hayes, let's plan that as part of the agenda, please.
Yes, okay, got it.
All right? Going back to my right. Going back to my left. So at this point, technology, and we're gonna double back on, just for the sake of looking at the software listing. And then once you see it, then we can come back on, Tuesday and say we're all done with it officially. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, sure.
Because right now, there's no questions other than that one question. All right?
Yep. Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
just, of course, I may write in a few more questions after I read the,
And that's fine.
write it, okay, with it.
Yep.
So
Next is pupil personnel services. Looking to my right. Any questions? And that's inclusive of you, Ms. Taylor, of course. Looking to my left. Looking to my right.
Yeah, this is good.
Looking to my left. Page 21 and 22 for the listening public. Looking to my right for the third time. Nothing from my right. Looking to the left, final time. All right, I'm hearing no questions. Is there any objection from moving on from pupil services? Any objection? Without objection, I'm hearing and seeing none. It is so ordered. At this time, we have completed the agenda for February 10th. I would like for this board to consider completing the agenda for February 12th, which for the listening public. Yeah, February 12th.
No. You did pupil personnel services, you didn't do special education.
You just did-
No, it's all one thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's a different page. 23.
It's 23.
They're combined on.
Okay, so I may have said 21, 22, and 23, but when I listed what we were going through, it says on the agenda, just for the listening public, pupil personnel services and special education services. Do we need to go back just for special education services? I thought it was both when I put it out there.
You said 21 and 22. so
Yeah, I said the page, but it was just pupil services. You are correct. But special education was on 23 and 24 as well.
23, yeah, 24 and
Yeah,
25.
It's a blank page. Yes, you're correct. 21 through 25. So with that being said, 21 through 25, any objection from moving on?
No, I just got one quick question.
Ms. Davis?
Just one quick question. For the one
What
full-time,
page?
oh, I'm sorry, page 24, and I'm just looking at the second asterisk, fiscal year 27. Superintendent's proposed budget includes an additional full-time special ed coach, which is grant funded. And I just want to confirm that. I know you said there were some built-in strategies, Dr. Haiti, that if that grant goes away,
Right.
the program can absorb.
Yes, so the proposed budget proposes a special education coach. So the purpose of the coach is to work with teachers to build their capacity. So
Okay.
the hope is that, we can retain our teachers. So through the years, hopefully the grant will last at least that we know of 2 years. We will have built our special education staff capacity to do the work they need to do, and we're retaining them. So then if the position has to go away, it's not affecting students. It's not an immediate impact on students.
Okay. Thank you.
Does that answer your question, Ms. Davis?
It does.
All right. One final call for these two sites. Mr. Wilson?
Just wondering, page 24, I don't know, feels like we can cut down the budget for supplies a little bit.
For supplies,
No, it's the same
it's
year
the
over year.
same. Where are you seeing the cut down?
Oh, never mind, I'm looking at the actual versus,
Yeah. I mean, we can.
Are you saying the supply line for 1,300?
Yeah, just the actual was.
For 2024, 2025. So the actual doesn't mean that that was the budgeted. Just because that's the budgeted this year doesn't mean it was the budgeted for 24, 25, so it may not have been over. But, I mean, we can get that for you.
Yeah, I was just a little confused.
And, you know, like for supplies, obviously, these are like, we try to stay within, but sometimes we need additional things. We find the money sometimes in grants and, you know, other supplies bucket. But that's, like she said, it might not have been over.
All right.
And just one more.
Are you set, Mr. Wilson? Ms. Davis?
Yeah, just one more quick thing. The reduction of the Smart Start program, there was 4, and then for the pre-K teachers and the paraeducators, can you, I don't understand.
So
That's just me, I
they
don't
were
know.
there 24, 25.
Right, and it's not there now,
It was,
Sorry.
right.
That was a reduction last year. So last year's budget, we reduced our budget by cutting our Smart Start program, which was our pre-K program for non-special education students. We currently have the pre-K program for our students that have an IEP and require services. But that was a cut that was made last year. So that's why you don't see anything under the proposed 26, 27.
Does that answer your question, Ms.
Yes.
Davis?
Thank you, yeah, thank you.
All right. Any other discussion? All right. We've completed February 10th. February 12th for the committee's consideration is transportation, physical plant, LP Wilson, salaries, employees, and dependencies. I believe we have the capacity to deal with these tonight. What is the pleasure of the committee?
I'd rather wait for next week and give everybody a chance to go home here, you see? And, because, you know, I'd like to be able to look at them and get the questions in and work it that way rather than fumble through it.
All right, so with I'm assuming there's unanimous consent to Mr. Panos' request? So the understanding of the chair is the agenda that's listed right now for February 12th will now be the agenda for February 10th, with the understanding there will be an executive committee meeting, an executive session for the sole purpose of looking at the software prices and contractors. That is the understanding of the work that is going to be next week. Is there any misunderstanding, or am I flawed in my logic?
No, not this time.
I appreciate that. I am human. No, I receive that.
He doesn't at all. He never admits.
Oh, trust me, I'm wrong. I'm wrong at least once or twice an hour, so. With that being said, is there any general comments before I call for adjournment? Dr. Ely?
I just want to put it on everybody's radar. So we have an executive session at our February meeting to discuss transportation contract. So I don't know how that will have an impact.
So just thank you for that. So I will yield to the president. If I refer this to you as committee chair to utilize that executive session to be added on that agenda, are you amendable to that?
I want to check in.
I don't understand. We're talking about next week. Next week is not, we were going to do the transportation thing during the regular meeting.
Yes.
So this is a different issue.
It's not because,
No, so I guess the ask is, since we're already just fleshing this out, the ask is, instead of going into executive session next Tuesday, that we go into executive session at the next regular meeting, since we're going into executive session. But is the executive session going to happen after the budget discussion?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will not work.
Yeah, no,
So we're gonna,
no.
so
We
then
just
I'm
want to
gonna-
look at it beforehand.
No, we're just talking through it, so I will peel that request back. We will stick with the executive session at the next committee meeting.
Quick
I think
question.
you
Be
did
brief.
not
No,
understand
no,
what.
you're asking because we're supposed to go over transportation.
Yes, which
It's
we,
not, and we can't.
we can't because we don't have a contract, like, we need this session to agree on a contract before we can finalize the budget for transportation. So you're gonna ask us questions that we haven't finalized a contract yet.
So with that being said, are we gonna go into executive session before the budget presentation?
Well,
No, no,
I'm
no.
missing something
No,
here.
no, 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 no.
I was talking about the licenses.
I know, but there was a request by the superintendent stating that since we're already going to executive session, trying to prevent a second one.
No, that's not what
No,
she's
no,
saying.
that's not what I'm
That's
saying.
not what she's saying.
So next week, we're gonna go into executive session for technology.
Yes, that's
That's
it.
cool.
That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
We're
Yeah.
good.
All right.
I'm just putting it out there that we're gonna discuss, on the agenda for next week is transportation. You will be asking questions about transportation that we don't know, because we don't have a contract yet. We need you guys to go into executive session in February to talk about our contract with DATCO.
Okay, could we?
We don't have a contract.
Good question.
Question, are we able to go and and maybe this is for you, I don't know if you can help us with this. Is it a timing issue, or can we add the executive session about transportation to next week? Or is that too soon?
Considering the scope of the work of this committee, it's the budget but it's a financial consideration, considering that it's the transportation contract. I believe it's something that we could do, because it has in my opinion, and you can appeal the rule in the chair, that it could be something we can look at next week.
Yeah, I'm asking, is it too soon for them?
No, we're ready.
So if that's the case, then
Do it next week.
do it next week, because we can't have the conversation without the executive session. Take the executive session. Oh, Miss Daly, she's waving.
Okay.
Sorry, and Leonard, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that the order of operations for next week's meeting would need to be the executive session on transportation, if you're going to do anything with the contract, would need to be done during the public forum special meeting portion of the meeting. It cannot be done during the finance committee portion of the meeting.
I don't think that matters.
Well, you know
That's
what, well,
correct.
public forum is laser sharp focused to one thing, so I don't think we can do it during that.
But the way it's listed on the agenda is special meeting with public forum. Because you can't make motions.
In committee.
We won't need to make a
That's
motion.
right, in finance.
We won't need-
Making a motion on
No.
the.
No, we're not making motions, we're just,
Information only.
That was my one
Yep,
concern.
there is no, for the listening public, there is no anticipated action for us coming out of executive session. For both. That is that's the discussion right now. And I do not see that happening. So,
Right, that's correct. We're not making
Right,
any action.
right.
This is just a
You're just
discussion, but
reporting.
we cannot discuss in public. So that's
Right.
why we need to go into executive session, because it has to do with contract and prices of software. and
Ms.
equipment.
Batchelder?
Well, we could do an executive session.
I just want to, so everyone, because the board doesn't actually approve the DATCO contract, so.
That's correct.
So there's never gonna, even in February, there was never gonna be a motion by the board.
Correct.
So we just wanna be able to discuss.
Yes,
All of what happened in negotiations.
that is correct.
Okay.
The will of the.
Yes.
Because,
All right? Are we understanding?
yeah, the software discussion, it shouldn't take a long time.
It should not.
Right, so we should be able
No,
to do
you're gonna be
both.
given data,
Right,
and you're gonna be able to look at it, you'll be able to ask questions. At that point, that data will be pulled back from you.
yeah,
And then we'll go to the next topic.
yeah. So we should be able to do both next week?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, okay.
I
That's what I'm
humbly
thinking,
believe
yep.
we should be able to.
Yep, agree. Okay.
All right? Are we all on the same page? I'm looking to my left. We're on the same page?
Yes.
Mr. Panos?
Are you looking to your left, then you're looking to your right. Do the hoochie coochie and turn your way around.
It's 7:15, I'm not ready. There's a lot going on.
So we have the theme song for the finance committee.
You know, Mr. Panos, no good deed goes unpunished. I appreciate you.
You do not.
All right, I will go to my right. All right, so at this point, I will, without objection, is there a motion to adjourn? Ms. Zotter, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Hold on. Don't we have to do audience to visitor, or no?
No, we did all these visits already.
It's number
We only do
7,
it-
I know.
We only do one.
We only do
We'll
one. Yep.
Shout out to the amazing administrative staff for the fantastic job. And there is a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second it, I guess. That's it.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, the same. Objections? Motion carries. We are adjourned at 7:16 p.m. Have a good evening.
Never happened in life.
What do you like it?
Did you say hoochie coochie?
Yes!